Hello and welcome to the VonderKnits Podcast, episode number 4. My name is Kayla and I am your host on this knitting, crocheting, and making YouTube channel. Thank you so much for choosing to come hang out with me today. If you're a new viewer, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back, and thank you so much for choosing to support me. And if you would like to follow me elsewhere on the internet, I can be found on Instagram as VonderKnits and on Ravelry as Kayla VonderKnit. It is Sunday, April 30th. It is 6:21, and I have a lot to chat about because it's been about 5 weeks. So let's just go ahead and jump in. I am gonna just talk about my first finished object, which is also what I'm wearing. It is the Red Moon sweater by Born and Raised Knits. Let me sit back here. This is the colorwork yoke. I'll stand up so you can get a view of it. Oh, crackly knees. So this is the Red Moon sweater by Born and Raised Knits. I knit this out of Knitpicks Stroll Glimmer, which they unfortunately no longer sell. It is knit in the colors Midnight Heather and Scarlett. And I really like the sweater. It is drapey and very cozy, and it's very cute to throw on over mom jeans and over skirts. And I forgot to mention last time I did knit the extra large size, which I believe is a 44.25 inch bust circumference, I believe. Yes. So yeah, so it is very cute. And I did make a few modifications on the original pattern. There's a colorwork band around the bottom right before you bind off that has stars. I omitted that because I wanted the focus to be on the moons. And then in the pattern there's also colorwork down the sleeves. I omitted that as well. And instead of doing the sleeve decreases just gradually down the sleeve, I went ahead and did a rapid decrease, which gives it kind of like a balloony bit right here before the ribbing. And I really like that. Also, originally the pattern has A-line shaping and I omitted that as well. My shoulders are the biggest part of my body, so I never knit things that are A-line just because it just kind of looks unbalanced. So this has got a nice big neckline. I really like the sweater. It's fun to wear. So, okay. Now my second finished object, let me show you. It is the Flying Foxtail Shawl by Stephen West. It is so pretty. I knit this out of Knitpicks Alpaca Cloud, which is a 100% alpaca yarn, and it is sold in 50-gram hanks, and it's about 200 yards per 50 grams. But I knit this in the colorway. The purple is called Algernon, the yellow is called Lucille, and I knit this in the large size. I figured if I was already knitting this giant shawl, I might as well do the extra bits and just add on extra length. But it is very, very pretty. It's got like, I don't want to say like basic brioche, but just kind of plain brioche for a long time. But then it has the parts where you gotta look back at the pattern and do these beautiful moving foxtail bits. And yeah, I'm so glad this is finished. It is a big shawl. It is very large. So it is nice and warm, even though it's lofty because of the brioche. It is, it's still pretty warm because it's 100% alpaca. Also, I did not get itchy at all when I was making this, which was a concern because I have knit with alpaca previously and it made me itchy. So it must have just been the yarn blend I was using at the time. But whew, I was kind of concerned about knitting a whole shawl that I might be slightly allergic to, but thank goodness it's been fine. So there we go. me put that there. And since it's been 5 weeks, I finished a lot. I've been busy. So I showed these last time. These are the Yarnable January 2023 colorway party, like it's 2023. And these socks are for my daughter. They are very tall. I knit these on a US size 1 2.25 millimeter magic loop needle. And I don't know exactly how many. I think I want to say for her I cast on 52 stitches. And then I have like a recipe in my phone for how big to make her socks. But these are very cute. And I finished these up and she has yet to wear them. The weather is warming up, so I think that's part of the reason. She's like, Mom, it's getting warm. All right, moving on. The next finished object I have are socks. These are so pretty. These are the Yarnable Box December 2022 colorway in Winter Mint. And the pattern I knit on these socks is the Mountain pattern by Rachel Nutting. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. And these are for my husband. I knit this on a Chiaogu 9-inch circular needle, US 2.75 millimeter. And what else? Oh, these are the 64 stitch count. And it's a really pretty like seersucker pattern. But yeah, I really liked this pattern. I've been looking for a seersucker pattern for a while, and this is beautiful. So yeah, it's a free pattern on Ravelry if you're interested in checking it out. So yay, you can wear those now. And then we'll do this. My daughter's teacher announced that she was expecting a baby in October, and I said, I can knit a baby cardigan before the end of the school year in May. So I did. So this little teeny tiny cardigan, I haven't woven in the ends, so technically it's not a finished object. The ends need to be woven in and it needs to be blocked. But this is the Newborn Vertebrae by, oh, let me see, Kelly Van Nierkerk. And it is also a free pattern on Ravelry, and I have knit this pattern before for a friend, but it is a cute, quick, easy knit. I believe this took me like 2 days. And the yarn is Knitpicks Hawthorne in Jupiter Speckle. So it's Knitpicks Hawthorne Speckle, and the colorway is Jupiter Speckle. But it's like a creamy color with like maroon and dark purple and dark blue and orange speckles, and I thought that's perfect for a fall baby. I think she said she was due mid-October. So yeah, so it's a cute little quick knit, and it comes in one size. It's a newborn size. But yeah, and I believe the pattern calls for a US size 4 for like the stockinette part, and then a US size 2 for the ribbing, which I did use. And I think once it's blocked, it'll smooth everything out. And that pattern only took, it was 50 grams. It was half the cake of yarn that I caked up. And I believe the Hawthorne is, I want to say it's an 80% to 20% with a high twist, because it feels a little bit more, I don't know, the twist, I can definitely tell it has a higher twist to it. But so yeah, since that only used 50 grams of the 100-gram cake, I went ahead and knit a little 2x2 ribbed beanie for the baby. So this is the same Knitpicks Hawthorne Speckle and Jupiter Speckle, and I just knit a teeny little ribbed beanie for the baby. And for this, the cardigan, the Hawthorne Speckle is a fingering weight yarn, so it is really thin and light. But for this, I just held it double. So I took the inside of the cake where I was pulling from, and then I took the outside of the cake and I held it double. And then I cast on, I believe it was 44 stitches on a US size 4. And then just knit 2 by 2 and then did a little decrease. But yeah, I thought it would be cute if the baby had a little matching cardigan and a little matching hat. And then I'm gonna put that in a goodie bag for her. I bought her a few other things for the end of the year because she's been an amazing teacher. Oh, it was such a great experience for my daughter's first year of school. And then, oh, where did that go? Oh goodness. So, oh, sorry, I lost one of my things here. So, I was just kind of looking for something that I didn't want to think a lot about that I was gonna knit on, and I was just looking for something quick and easy, so I made a little mushroom toadstool. So this sparkly yarn I have that was left over from my red moon sweater, I was like, why don't I make a toadstool out of it? So I've knit a pair of the Magic Toadstool socks by Stone Knits in the past, and I used the same red. So that was kind of an inspiration for me. But I started by casting on, I believe it was 16 stitches, and Pink Knits has a tutorial about knitting a pie circle. So I've used that method in the past to make a couple different things. So I just knit my pie circle here. I believe I went up to 64 stitches. But this is knit out of, it's Knitpicks Stroll, and it's white, and the Stroll Glimmer. But yeah, I knit my circle, and then I stopped, and then I just started knitting, and then I just did random decreases. I think I did I did 4 decreases, but I knit 8 rounds, did 4 decreases, and then knit 4 rounds, and then did decreases every other round after that, and just got this like funky weird shape, which is really cool. And then I stuffed it, and then I picked up 16 stitches and then doubled, knit front and back in every stitch to get to 32, and then just knit this this little ball. And then I closed it up, and before I closed it up, I stuffed it, and then I stuffed it from the top too before I sewed the top together. But I knit this, and I thought, hey, this will sit on like our mantle, or it'll sit on my bedside table. It'll be somewhere in the house. My daughter saw this and had a fit and was like, I need that, Mom. So this has been her comfort object. She's been sleeping with it. She's been taking it to school. She has just been, when she's having a lot of big feelings and big emotions, she's like, I need my mushroom. So I run and get it for her. She has already requested this in like a sparkly purple, and she's requested it in a sparkly blue and a sparkly black, and then my son also wants a few. So yeah, it's a cute little quick knit, really cute. And I believe I held it double as well. Did I do that? I should have taken notes on how I made this if I'm gonna have to make more. But yeah, I believe I held the yarn double, and I also knit this on a US size 4. So very cute, very sparkly. I'm gonna have to make more of these. And then I had one more. Where did he go? Let me look for it. Oh, he's right here. So my daughter's teacher not only has the newborn that's coming in October, but she has a toddler at home already. So I felt kind of sad that I was like making this cardigan for the baby, but I wanted the toddler to have something too. So I made him, the pattern is called Bluebird of Happiness, but I made him red because we live in Ohio and the state bird is the cardinal, and he is just so cute. I have never made this before. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. The designer is Sara Elizabeth Kellner. But yeah, I just wanted him, I think he's 2, gonna be 3, and I wanted him to have something that he could squish. So, also again, this is made out of the Knitpicks Stroll Glimmer, and it is the Scarlett colorway, which unfortunately they don't make anymore, but I also held this double and then used a US size 4 to make this little bird. So yeah, super cute, super easy pattern. My kids also want, whoop, They want little birds now as well. So, oh, cute little quick knit. I think it took me like a morning to make him. So yeah, super cute. I think a toddler would like that. Was that everything? I talked about the red moon sweater. Talked about the flying foxtail shawl. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. I talked about the mountain socks. And the baby hat. And the baby cardigan, which technically isn't a finished object. I still have to block it and weave in the ends, but it's close enough. All right. So let's get into works in progress. So starting off with this. This is in a Lila Styles bag. Thank goodness. And there's more coffee. It is a cute little pumpkin spice latte fall themed bag. And I really like this bag. It's very cute. It's a nice little bucket drawstring top. I know it's not appropriate for the season because it's spring, but I still love it. So, in this bag is the Vespertine sock by Lindsay Fowler of Larkspur Knits, and this pattern is in the book Salt and Timber, which I pre-ordered it. I had to. It was so good, and I really want to knit more of the patterns. I've knit several from that book already, but every pattern is wonderful and it just makes me really happy. But these are the Vespertine socks. And the yarn I am using is Plies and Hellhounds, the Tweedy base, which it's not called Tweedy, I think it's called Iron. But it's the tweed base, and the colors are Warmed Caramel and Violet Femme. And it is really pretty. I like the way that they play together so well. And I've got some, these are all Katrinkle stitch markers, I believe. They're my skeletons and my mushroom. But I'm just kind of marking each section there on the sock. But yeah, Plies and Hellhounds yarn. And let me show you the tag here. And this is the tag for Violet Femme, which is the purple. And it is, yep, the iron base. It is 85% superwash BFL, 15% NEPs. Fingering weight, 100 grams for 438 yards. And I'm really enjoying this pattern. This has been my, when we're sitting down at night knitting, and I started these a while ago and then got, I don't know if I got distracted or what, but I knit like the cuff and then stopped working on them. And then I knit up some more and then I stopped knitting on them because I got distracted by finishing up my shawl, and then I had a deadline for the baby cardigan and the baby hat and the little red bird of happiness, so I needed to finish those. But these will be getting some more love once I get a few more minutes. And once I get the baby cardigan blocked, I'll start working on these again. But I am knitting these on my Chiaogu 9-inch circulars, US 1 2.25 millimeter needles. I really like knitting on the 9-inch circulars when I'm doing like a pattern sock like this. And I don't know, I feel like it goes smoother. That probably doesn't make sense, but yeah, this is a nice, and the tweedy yarn feels a little bit more rustic and I really like it. But yeah, these will be getting some more love once things get blocked and ends get woven in. But okay, and then I just have one more work in progress, right? Oh, I forgot to mention for the Vespertine socks, I am knitting the medium size, which is the 64 stitch count sock. Yeah, usually, yeah, most of my socks that I knit for myself or my husband are 64 stitches, unless it's like a colorwork sock, and then sometimes I'll size up for that. But yeah, that's the medium size, which is 64 stitches. Oh, I've got peppermint tea in my Dunkin' mug, which I think I've always had peppermint tea. Yeah. Okay, and then my last work in progress is in this clear bag from Knitpicks, which I love. I use this bag quite a bit. There's nothing special about it. I got it on sale from Knitpicks because you know how like if you spend this much you get free shipping. It was like I needed like $4 and it was like on sale for like $4 something. So I'm like, perfect. So in this bag is my very first ever Musselburgh hat by Isolde Teague. And I was influenced, oh, we're tangled, hang on. I was influenced by Natalie of the Love and Stitches podcast, and she's made so many of these that after finishing the pattern sock and then finishing the brioche shawl, and then finishing like the mushroom that I just kind of went with, I was needing more just stockinette knitting around knitting. So I cast one of these on again with the red yarn. I don't know why I can't get away from it. I think I had like 2.5 balls left over of the red yarn because I bought way too much. When I bought it, it was on clearance, so I bought a bunch because I figured if I knit the sweater and I need more, I will never be able to get it. So I bought like all of the yarn they had on sale, but I had just 1 ball left of this, the Midnight Heather, but then I had like 2.5 balls left of the red. So my son loves red hats, so he requested another red hat. So I cast this on for him. I am making the child / adult small size. And if you've never knit the Musselburgh, the hat is based on your stitches per inch. So it's basically like knit until you get to where you can measure an inch, and then based on how many stitches are in the inch, here's the recipe for the rest of your hat. So yeah, so I knit the first part of the hat, and then this is halfway. So at halfway, I switched to this dark Midnight Heather Stroll Glimmer yarn, and then I think it'll be really cool because you make the ends kiss, and then he can have a red hat with the Midnight Heather brim, or he can have the Midnight Heather hat with the red brim. So I think that'll be fun, and he's excited. He's 4. He just gets excited about things being made for him. But I have, I don't know if you can see him. I have more mushrooms. I really like mushrooms. So these are from Katrinkles, and they are all different types of mushrooms. I purchased these at my local yarn store, 614 Knit Studio out here in Columbus. But yeah, she's just got different mushrooms on there. And then it was their 8th birthday a couple weekends ago, and I stopped in to pick up like some needles, I think. And then, so I got a stitch marker. And then these, oh, where are these mushrooms from? These little mushrooms are from, oh man, I believe it's someone in Canada. Oh, let me see if the name's on here. Firefly Notes. Firefly Notes. So my husband gifted me these little mushrooms for our anniversary this past year. It was our 10th anniversary. Oh, come on now. Oh, sorry, we're stuck. I was flipping around the mushrooms too much. No. But anyway, and then the cheese. Oh, I think this was Monster Knits. This came in the Yarnable November 2022 box. It was cheese themed. So that is cute. I love that little wedge of cheese. But yeah, I am almost done with this. I think I've got 2 more sets of 10, and then we'll start the decreases. But yeah, so this should be nice and quick. Musselburgh hat. My daughter has already requested a purple one, which, no, right there. I have leftover yarn from the Foxtail, the Flying Foxtail Shawl, which I will make her a purple Musselburgh hat after I'm finished with this one. I am knitting on the, let's see, I believe these are size 2. Yeah, these are the Chiaogu interchangeables, the small needle set, which comes with a, I know it includes a size 0 to 3. I don't know if it includes smaller than just the US size 0, but I'm knitting this on the US size 2 2.75 millimeter with the 16-inch what's it called? Cable. The 16-inch red cable. So, and I love these little interchangeable needles for like colorwork socks. So I've knit a couple pair of colorwork socks on here just with the smaller cable. But yeah, and then when I get to the part where I need to do decreases, I do just have a Knitpicks 40-inch US size 2 wooden needle. I started the hat on this, and then once I got to once I got where all the increases were finished, I switched from the 40-inch needle over to the 16-inch interchangeables. So yeah, once I get back to the part where I'm doing decreases, I'll switch back to the longer needle, I'll do magic loop, and then I'll finish it off. So hooray. That was good time. That's 26 minutes. And I talked about like 7 finished objects. 7 finished objects. That's not bad. So yeah, it's been a while. So I got a lot of knitting done. If you have any questions, like leave them below. I know I flew through this because it is like, it was like 6:08 or something when I started. It's now 6:47. So I had like a very small window of time to record tonight. But if you have any questions about any projects, I'll try to link like my projects page below so you can find that over on Ravelry. If you want to look for me, my name's Kayla VonderKnits over there. But yeah, so I'll chat about life stuff. So if you were just here for yarny things, thanks. And I'll see you next time. But yeah, so life stuff. Cheerleading season is officially over as of today. I was ready. We had a competition a few weeks ago where we had to travel out of town for that, and it was just a long weekend. And then the weather's been nicer, so we've been out and about more. Yeah, going to see family, and then we enjoyed Easter. We spent the whole day outside taking out a stump from our yard, so happy Easter. Remove this stump. And then we had a good Earth Day. We went on a nice hike, and then we went to the library and spent some time outside. But yeah, the weather's just getting nicer. School's almost out for the year. We're just enjoying it. Yeah, we're kind of ready for summer and just not having to be on such a rigid schedule, and then we get a little break from cheer. So I don't know what we're gonna do with ourselves for like the first couple of weeks. We're just, I think, go to the library many days. We got my daughter a library card recently as well, and she has started reading chapter books, so like Captain Underpants, and then she's reading through Harry Potter, and she's reading, oh, is it Dogman? I think it's Dogman and Cat Boy or something. It's by the same author of Captain Underpants, and she really enjoys that. Myself, I finished From Blood and Ash. Yay, that was very good. I really enjoyed it. And then I have started the second book, which is Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, I believe. By Armin Trout, and it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It's a fun little romp, so it's fun. And then for watching TV, my husband and I don't really like have a show we're watching. We are watching, we started watching Friday Night SmackDown before Christmas. I put it on kind of ironically, and then we started watching it unironically. So that's how we spend our Friday nights. We put the kids to bed and it's our date night, and we order food in and watch Friday Night SmackDown. Well, we since started watching Raw, which is wrestling as well, on Monday nights, but that is 3 hours long, and we like to go to bed earlier than we used to. So now it takes us like sometimes 2 or 3 nights to get through the 3-hour episode. So by the time we finish that episode, it's like Thursday night, and it's time for, you know, Friday Night SmackDown again. So we've just been catching up on that, and that's fun. So yeah, we're just ready for summer and ready to do some traveling and just enjoy being outside. So all right, I think that's all I have to talk about. That was really good. yeah, my name is Kayla. Thank you so much for joining me on this 4th episode of the VonderKnits Podcast. If you have any questions or anything, or about any of the projects, I know like the shawl and the sweater, I kind of flew through it. I talked about them, these 2 projects, as well as the socks in the previous episode. So yeah, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them about the projects. I do have Ravelry pages for all of my stuff. I probably don't have as detailed notes as I should. I should probably get better about that, but yeah, and then hopefully it's not 5 weeks before I see you next time. Hopefully it'll be sooner, but yeah. Thanks so much for joining me. My name is Kayla. Thanks for coming to hang out. And until I speak with you again, take care of yourself and take care of each other. Bye.